Howdy, folks. Greyhawk 4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. And yes, indeed, we have made it to another Beer 30. Cheers. So this is another one of my German beers from the Christmas pack that I bought. And this one is called the brewery. I looked it up, and it's the Earl Brow in a town called what is it? Geiselhering is how you would pronounce that. If I remember all of my German rules from when I learned a little bit of German over there in the army, Geiselhering is how you would say that. That's the town, little tiny town in Bavaria apparently. And this is the Erl Hell, or Helles. I don't know why they just sometimes abbreviate to hell, but it is a Helles. And this one is quite tasty. Another winner. I mean, it's German beer. You can't really go wrong. Yeah, that's another good one. So, for today's Beer 30, we'll talk about a couple different things. So, I did get some questions about the fact that we're going to be doing a marathon session back here. And, before I go any further, because I always forget, if you haven't already, click like, subscribe, bell, leave a comment, merch link below, etc. Any and all support is always appreciated. Thank you. And also, you may notice I've been wearing my Utah Ute hat in a few videos here recently. I normally try to switch them up more often, have different hats on, for every video and so forth. It's kind of my thing. But I've been wearing this one a lot because my Utah Utes are going to the Rose Bowl. And I think it's their first Rose Bowl appearance ever. So it's a big deal for those of you that are from Europe or whatever. It's a big deal. If you don't know what the Rose Bowl is, I wouldn't expect you to, but I'm sure that in European football terms, when your favorite team goes to a big game, like where there's something at stake, it's a similar type of a deal. So it's not like the World Cup because it's every year. It's not every 4 years, but the Rose Bowl is not easy to get into. So we're hoping that we can pull it out. So that's why I'm supporting the team. So we're going to talk a little bit about the marathon session that's coming up and all that. And then I was able to pick up my Strixhaven book today for 5th edition. And A Curriculum of Chaos. And I've gone through and skimmed this. There's the back. I did skim it when I got home. And because I really didn't know much about it. Because first of all, I don't play 5th edition very much. We haven't played 5th edition in a while. And I understand that this has something to do with Magic the Gathering. So there's kind of a crossover thing there. So I went through it today. And you may ask yourself, well, why did you buy it if you didn't know anything about it? Well, I have a standing order with our local game shop that any of these that come out with the special covers for 5th edition to just put me down for one. And they always save me one. Excuse me. And they always, they'll call me if sometimes their shipments are late or whatever. And so they're even good enough to like call me and let me know or text me and say, hey, we didn't get them today, so don't bother coming down or whatever. So shout out to Gamers in American Fork, Utah, down, a few cities over. So that's my what I call my local game shop. Actually, I've been with them since they opened. From the get-go, I've been a customer, so it's kind of a mutual relationship. Anyway, so they keep one because they know I want one of all the special covers if for no other reason, as an investment down the road. When I'm 85 years old and I decide, okay, I'm gonna start selling off my collection to pay for a new hip or some shit. I hopefully have all these original covers here, these special covers and all that, and get a nice chunk of change for them. If it was something where I was going to DM, if I was going to start DMing 5th edition for some reason, which is never out of the realm of possibility. You never know when you get a wild hair and you want to do something different. I would, any of them that have the special covers, I would probably go on Amazon and buy the regular cover ones to play with. And then these would just simply be collectibles. That's it. So, but I did go through it, and so as it turns out, correct me if I'm wrong, any of you that know from like Magic the Gathering or just know something about this product or whatever, but the initial reactions are, this is D&D's version of Hogwarts from Harry Potter. It is basically the magic college, the school for students to go and learn magic. Now, what the other thing I learned from going through there is it's not just a location, a geographical location with fleshed out with instructors and all that kind of stuff. They have it in here where you can create what they call student characters. So it's kind of a standalone campaign of its own, it sounds like. You could actually have characters roll up student characters just to go to school at Strixhaven, and there's adventures in the book for them to go through while they're at the college. So it sounds like it could be a standalone product. All you would need is like the player's handbook and the DM's guide and this for 5th edition, and you could or you can insert it as part of a larger campaign. They did also say in here that it's built so that you can put it into any kind of a other game world. So they mentioned Forgotten Realms and Eberron. Of course, for some reason they left out Greyhawk, but it basically can go anywhere. So again, as I've said before about source material, I love having source material of all kinds. So there's nothing saying that I could not use this as source material in my Greyhawk campaign and have this be the University of the Mages, etc. And it could just be a place that my player characters in my campaign visit, So it does have in the back. I'll be careful about this because it does have a map that's attached, so you'd have to detach it. I will not be detaching it. Again, if I was going to do that, I would just get one of the ones on Amazon for like $30 as my play copy, take the map out of it so I can keep this all intact. But everything that I can see is that it's a beautiful standalone product. It's versatile in being able to be used in any other game world you wanted to use it in. But having said all of that, there's no question that this is the Dungeons and Dragons version of Hogwarts. I mean, down to the point that there's a stadium, a Strixhaven stadium, where obviously it's not called Quidditch, but it's some other sport that they play in their stadium there. It's not like, baseball or football or something. No, it's I can't remember what they called it. I saw it though in there. And so there's some other magical, competition that goes on in the stadium or whatever, i.e. Quidditch. I don't think they're flying around on brooms and stuff, but you never know. I didn't read that much into it. But anyway, so as far as the covers go, it's not, I don't think it's the best of the covers of all the special covers. But it's the font is nice. It's an attractive book. So, it's but it's not like that last one that what was it that Fizban's Dragons thing. That cover was gorgeous. So it wasn't that, but anyway, so got that. I'm happy with that. I wanted to talk about our marathon session that's coming up because I talked a little bit about it, I think, on my last video or during a live or whatever. And so we will be doing our like 5-hour session, then break for sleep, then next day start up again and maybe do like 11, 12 hours or whatever. And it usually wipes us out. I mean, that, I'm not 25 years old anymore either, but that it does wipe you out. And the funny part about it is that the following, so that's Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday, I have something planned as well. So I've got a full weekend ahead of me. I'm gonna come Monday, I'm gonna be done. So, but we'll have somebody will probably bring pizzas, and we'll put them over there on the snack table, and we'll have a big cooler out. We'll have all that going. Now, what I will try to do is I will try to use my phone. Or I guess I could turn this camera on, put this microphone as close as I can over here to pick up what it can, and I can just record some of it, maybe, a segment here or there. We'll just do a live. Now that is provided I ask all of them when we start, if any and all of them are okay with being on camera. If anybody protests, then we won't do it. But if everybody's okay, then we might, we can do a live for a little bit or whatever. Not the whole damn thing, but we'll do some of it maybe. And try to get some of that stuff for you guys to see as it's going. So we got that coming up. So we got marathon session, we got that. I started my series on EverQuest 2. As you guys asked in the live, you said, hey, start a level 1 character from the get-go and go from there. So we're doing a Let's Play series. EverQuest 2, started it last night, but I think I didn't publish it till it was an hour-long video, so it took a while for it to process the HD, high definition version. So I didn't publish it till today, I don't think, this morning. I don't know, it all blends together now because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so it kind of all blending together. But so we got that going too. So we got EQ2 Let's Play series going, marathon session, etc. And of course then we've got our lives and stuff like on my regular schedule that we do. So that's it. I think we are caught up on gaming stuff. What is that doing there? Never seen it do that before. That's wild. Okay. Well, that's a new. I don't know if you guys are seeing that little white square there, whether or not it's showing up for you guys. But when I click on the screen, it puts a little white square there. I've never seen it do that before. But anyway, had to have the Merry Christmas shirt on with Christmas coming up, and enjoying a cold one. Hope you guys are too. And I think that'll do it. We will catch you guys on the flip side.